How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be shooting my new Prime Form 30. So I made the jump from the 34-inch form, which was the original one that I hunted with last year, and I actually just got set up with, and went to the 30, and here's why. I'll spit you out some numbers and specs on this bow. I just got it set up at Wild Arrow Archery. Today I'm going to shoot 20 and then find my 60 yards, dial my sight to there, and then what I do is I go in, and on these HHA sites, they have a bunch of numbers. You find which number lines up with where you're hitting at 60, take it back into the bow shop, and then they print you out a custom yardage tape that's going to be specific to what bow you're shooting, and then that way you can dial exactly to whatever yardage you need. They're super calculated and very accurate. I've never had any problems with them. I just have a small block target, so hopefully I'm not missing arrows. I'll just kind of bounce my way out until I hit 60. So far, I've really liked shooting this bow. It's a 30-inch form, so essentially all it is less carbon right here. Axle to axle is 30 inches, so it went from 34 to 30, so we've shaved off some weight and some height on the bow. That's good for me as a backpack hunter hunting these mountains. My bow is on my backpack 99% of the time, unless I'm posted up on a glassing point and I took my bow off my pack for some reason, or I'm on a stalk. My bow is on my backpack, so it's nice when I'm ducking through bushes to not have any extra bow poking up over my head. So that's what I like about the 30. And then also on stalks, it's going to be nice to be, have a little bit more compact bow when I'm bobbing in and out of trees and bushes. So it's been good shooting straight. Easy to pull. This is 80 pounds, so I'm shooting an 80-pound bow with a 28-inch draw right now. I'm roughly at 20 yards right now. So at 80 pounds, 28-inch draw, my arrow is a RIP TKO from Victory. It's at 422 grains, so pretty light arrow, and I'm getting 301 feet per second. So for me, that's really fast. I don't think I've ever had a bow break 300 feet per second. From Hoyts to, I've had multiple Hoyts to multiple primes now, and I've always sat in that 280 to 290 range. So a fast bow for me. If you have a little bit longer draw, you could probably get some more out of that. And then also another thing you could do is throw the speed mods on, or the speed cams that Prime makes, and you could get another 7 feet per second. But for me, 301 feet is pretty fast, but easy draw for 80 pounds, really steady hold. Quiet, dead in the hand, smooth. But yeah, just a really smooth draw on that 30. That felt good, dead on. Got some of the jitters out. I haven't been shooting my bow too much just because I went on that bear hunt and was more focused on shooting my rifle. But I'm heading for Hawaii this week and got to get the bow ready for some axis deer. So at this distance, I stepped it off 35 yards. So let's dial the old HHA sight, which I've shot an HHA for a couple years. Last year I bounced between dialed and HHA, but now I'm back to HHA. Very smooth, simple, really clean sight. This is the Tetra, made in USA. Hopefully we don't lose any arrows today. This is probably the worst way to sight in a gun, or a bow, but 35-yard guesstimate shot. Smooth pull, that's all I'm going to keep saying and touching on, because that's a way smooth pull for 80 pounds. Good height, 2 inches right, could have been me. What's your guys' thoughts on the, not to get too political, but what are you guys' thoughts on the proposed big beautiful bill that Senator Mike Lee of Utah put together, where he's proposing the sale of public lands, BLM, Forest Service? I've seen the map, and when you first see the map, it's kind of like overwhelming. It's like, holy cow, you're going to sell all of this land. Well, realistically, 10,000 foot peak probably isn't going to get sold for affordable housing. So and it's only up to 0.75%, I believe, can be sold of the proposed like 11 million acres. Realistically, looking at it, none of us probably would even notice what land is sold. However, I don't like the fact that the public had no say in this. Like, yes, we elected him and he represents us, but that's clearly not what we want, so he's not representing us well. I don't believe any acre should be sold without the public at least getting a say or a vote on it. Because what happens is, especially in government, it tends to be a slippery slope. Once you let them do something once, it's easy. They slide little things in that get by. The people are too busy with work and bigger problems to even notice it. And then it just starts to snowball until eventually you have a big problem where, yeah, a whole mountain could be auctioned off or sold, or maybe valuable winter range for animals could be sold. And that's the way I look at this, is if it's affordable housing going in, then that means it's probably in more of the lowlands, and that is where a lot of animals winter. And we already, in a lot of spots, are losing valuable winter range. Right here on the Wasatch Front, we're losing a lot of winter range. And I think that's why we've seen a huge decline in our deer herds, along with an extensive hunting season. But yeah, once you allow government to do something, they tend to continue doing it and pushing the boundaries. And so I think it's nice that we're taking a firm stance, and a lot of people are saying, hey, not an acre sold, man. Like, you need to okay that with us if we're going to allow that going forward. So I think it's good that we've kind of rallied around and are checking him on that. Pretty good. I'll go move this one, bump it back another 10 yards. I'm kind of on a time crunch too today. Like, got a lot of things to do before I head out of town, so not too worried about exactly where I hit. Just want to get general area, and then when I hit 60, make sure we're really good there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here's 40. Man, I'm excited for hunting season though. I didn't really draw anything good. I thought I might pull a few tags, but starting to stack up to where it looks like 2026 I could have a pretty dang busy fall, and might even have to pick and choose on some hunts. So many of them are in that September to early October, late August, September, early October range, where it's like I can't have 4 hunts stacked on top of each other. But I'll pick up as many OTC and general tags as I can this year. But next year, I think it could be a pretty crazy fall for me. Pretty dang good. About an inch left out of that little circle down there, but good height. A little low, but I hit where I was aiming. That was all me. You guys hear that? Turkey gobbled. Oh, I see him. I see him. Let's get the camera on it. You guys see that? That's pretty cool. We don't see turkeys up here on these mountains too often. I've never seen them this high. What do you guys think about that turkey call? That was all mouth right there, no reed or nothing. I used to hunt turkeys, and that was pretty fun back in the day. I think there's a video, if you go deep enough on the YouTube channel, where I bow hunt one. Super like basic video, not very well put together, but that was my last turkey I got. This yardage should be roughly 60. 60 on the dot. I've loved this, and no plug here, I don't even work with Leupold, but I've had this RX 1000i TBR Leupold rangefinder for almost a decade, maybe more. And I've had to replace the battery like 4 times, and that's it. No issues ever. It's been a trooper for me, so good on you guys, Leupold. Maybe I could get a new one down the road from you guys and They're probably a lot better now. All right, let's dial some more. And OHHA, come on, baby. If we're going to 60, I'm going to bump you to 35 on the dot. Number 35. Sounds about right. Felt good. So far at this distance, it's hard to tell where I hit. Touch high left. So I think I'm going to bring my sight just slightly down. Felt dead on right there. I like that. Isn't it funny how far bows have come in the last X amount of years, 5 to 10 years? Like, not even have a sight tape really and shoot this accurately at 60 yards that quickly. These feel pretty dang good. Guess that's all the arrows, so let's go pick them up. So here's my 60-yard group. Look at that. That's called dialed in right there, if you ask me. All kill shots, 2 in the white, and 1 just barely off the side. So I would say the old bow is dialed in. I'm happy with that. Let's go get a sight tape put on it at Wild Arrow. Go hunt some axis deer in Hawaii.